Ceedy Nash. Ceedy Nash says that somebody on Pooh Shiesty's team released that video. They released it because somebody's already cooperating. Check this out.
Shit, oh, shit. You dropping this dumb deal. Bro, let them know it's a done deal. Why is it done deal? Let them know you dropping me, I drop you. No, say it.
Pooh Shiesty dropping 10-17.
Shout out to real nigga. Ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on.
Bro, we just did that. That's done.
What you do?
You drop. You said you want to be dropped. You drop.
Sign the paper and
It's done.
So, according to KHOU 11 News Houston, Poo Shiesty has the damn jury selection today?
Today, jury selection set to begin for rapper Poo Shiesty, whose legal name is Lontrell Williams Jr. He, his father, rapper Big 30, and 6 other men are accused in this federal kidnapping and extortion case involving rapper Gucci Mane's record label. Prosecutors say the group carried out an armed takeover at a Dallas music studio back in January after a meeting tied to a recording contract. Court filings say prosecutors have video, cell phone data, and cooperating witnesses. The defendants have pleaded not guilty.
5/19/2026 pretrial order as Lontrell Williams Jr., Sr., Rodney Wright, DeMarcus Glover, Darren McDaniel, Terrence Rogers, Corday Johnson, Kadarius Waters, Demarion Gibson. Jury trial set for when 7/6/2026 before senior judge David Gabby. Pretrial conference is set for 7/1/2026, 10 a.m. before senior judge David C. Gabby. Ordered by this judge, David C. Gabby, on when 5/19/2026. Well, let's see exactly what the hell's going on, when it's going on, who the hell did what, who said whatever, because y'all gonna get on the news station for this shit? Roll it. Yeah, okay. So if we go to June 5th, 2026, they have a minute pretrial order. As to Lontrell Williams Jr., then Sr., then Rodney Wright, DeMarcus Glover, Darren McDaniel, Terrence Rogers, Corday Johnson, Kadarius Waters, Demarion Gibson. This case is set for trial on this court's one-week docket beginning when? February 22nd, 2027, before senior judge David C. Godby. A final pretrial conference in this case is set for February 17th, 2027, 10 a.m.
So they don't push Pooh Shiesty's court case all the way back to 2027?
Before senior judge David C. Godby. Then y'all can see right here before the court is defending Lontrell Williams Jr.'s unopposed motion to certify cases complex and motion to enter a new scheduling order filed by May 27, 2026. The court finds that the ends of justice served by a continuance outweigh the best interests of the public and the defendant in a speedy trial for the reasons stated in the motion, and therefore grants the request for a continuance as requested and declares this case complex pursuant to 18 U.S.C. 3161H7B2. The failure to grant a continuance in this case would deny defendant's counsel the reasonable time necessary for effective preparation, taking into account the exercise of due diligence. By taking into account the exercise of due diligence by defense counsel, a continuance of the duration granted by this order is necessary for effective preparation by defense counsel. This case is set for trial on the court's one-week docket beginning when February 22nd, 2027. Any potential conflicts must be called to the attention of the court in writing within 10 days from the date of this order. The parties shall comply with the federal rules of criminal procedure and local criminal rules of this court, except as expressly modified by this order. The government shall provide full discovery to each defendant in accordance with Rule 16A. Then it goes on to say all this other shit, 35 days before trial is when they're supposed to get a whole bunch of stuff, and each defendant shall provide full discovery to the government 28 days before the trial in accordance with Rule 16B. The government shall, in accordance with Brady versus Maryland, meaning Brady material, Provide everybody all this shit 35 days before trial. Government shall provide each defendant with Jinx Act material 18 U.S.C. 3500 on the day prior to testimony. Other witness to whom such material relates, the defendant shall do likewise. All pretrial motions shall be filed 21 days before trial, and they must comply with Local Rule 47.1. The government response to pretrial motions shall be filed 14 days before trial, and any reply by the defendants shall be filed 10 days before trial. The government's pretrial material shall be filed 10 days before trial, and y'all can pretty much understand that this is what's going on. And this got signed June 5th, 2026. So I don't know what the hell the news got going on, but I want to take a moment to do what I do best and talk my shit.
Before Ceedy get to talking his shit, I just got to talk mine because I hate the way the news puts things out there that are not true. They just piece together a story any way they want to, man. They say what they want to say, and they do not even have all the facts, man. You can never really 100% believe what you see on the news. You always got to do your own due diligence and get the facts for yourself, man. Never depend on the news, barely depend on any media, period. Besides social media, you know, that's where you're going to get the best news. I mean, people on social media are going to have the facts before the facts is even out in the public, man. Believe that.
All right. So now that you have separated the BS to the real S, there's only one question that remains. Why the hell did they do that? Now, obviously, it's just an error, so we'll grant them some type of grace. Because in the long run, what's really going to end up happening is that February date is probably going to be pushed back to like April, maybe May. I'd say we probably get this shit started around like May or June as far as the trial goes.
Right.
But here's the worst part about this. It's going to allow, just like Lil Durk's trial, more people to flip on Poo Shiesty. Poo Shiesty is a sinking ship. Now, I've heard certain lawyers and all this stuff, and they make a great point. They like, bruh, you gotta say this goddamn video is AI or whatever the hell and all that. And I would be in that boat to say, you goddamn right. But the issue that I have with this is absolutely, one, I don't believe that the feds leaked the mother flipping video, because why take out Roderick Davis's freaking face? To me,
I don't believe that the feds released that video either, man. I believe somebody on Pooh Shiesty's team released that video. Either one of them or somebody that was part of the crew, and now they're mad. Something's not going their way. Something's not getting paid. There's something to it, man. But I believe it was an inside job and not the feds that released that video. Facts.
if the feds were going to leak this, it would have been raw footage. That would have caused so much dismay that you would have thunk to yourselves, because it makes perfect sense. Man, somebody from Pooh Shiesty's team leaked this shit.
It could have been that. It could have been some female that got mad as well. There's a lot of factors to that video being dropped. But one thing I think for sure is that the feds did not drop that video, man.
That's what would have immediately caused the most chaotic scenario, chaotic scene, to say that this had to be somebody who had the raw footage to say, F it, and put it out, and that would have been that. But the reason why I believe that this was 100% thrown out there by Poo Shiesty's team is because somebody already flipped. And I believe that the person who flipped already gave their statements and all this shit to the dang feds and all this stuff, so they're getting ready to essentially do that. And
I definitely think somebody flipped. Ain't no loyalty, man. The people that Pooh Shiesty had with him when he did that to Gucci, man, it wasn't no loyalty between them. Everybody there was in it for a lick for the most part. Even Pooh Shiesty's dad is most likely to flip if he hasn't flipped already, which I believe that he has, man.
just like how the Durk case is going to go, the snitch is going to have to 100% be convincing. Now, I still believe Durk is going to beat the trial, and I believe that the boy Vonnie is just doing this shit so that he can get out, and it is what it is. And
Do y'all think Durk gonna beat that trial? I don't know, man. The evidence is pretty heavy up against Durk.
and we'll see what happens after that. But the more interesting part about all of this shit is the longer it goes, the more people are going to flip. And I believe that the feds
Facts.
want 2 or 3 people to flip. So that way they have an open and shut goddamn case and they want more charges. See, I don't
Facts.
believe that the feds are just satisfied with the little bit of charges that they have.
Right.
I believe that they're going to want people to say certain shit so that Poo Shiesty could damn near be looking at life. See, Poo Shiesty could get 50 freaking years, and I 100% believe the feds want to give him that and make him a damn example. Because if you think about it, Poo Shiesty is one of the worst criminals in modern day Memphis history, and that's a hell of a thing to say. Because at the end of this shit, you had to look at it and go, you were already on federal probation for essentially doing the same shit in a different way. Poo Shiesty wasn't even off of federal probation before he crashed out. It don't get no worse than that. That type of case is one of the cases like how you have in Tennessee the truth and sentencing case. That's one of them things that make the feds think about trying to run to the freaking laws to change them and go, see, we shouldn't be giving none of these idiots a damn come back home ass goddamn pass. No, make them serve every single day. And what do you mean, Ceedy Nash, Tennessee and truth and sentencing? Long story short, Justin Johnson, the murder of young Dolph, literally had a Tennessee law change because they said had Justin Johnson never been out for the prior bullshit shootings that he did, he would have never been able to have the opportunity to kill a young Dolph. And they said that would have prevented young Dolph from dying that day. And I believe this is going to take that type of route. Poo Shiesty come out, FDO, first day out, man, F the feds, and you right back in there, F by the feds.
Right.
Simple mathematics. But they want to get that boy a life sentence. Can't nobody convince me otherwise.
Do.
But hey, will y'all be going through the KHOU and mother flipping telling them, hey, y'all got this all wrong, or y'all just gonna let this slide because y'all hold Ceedy Nash to a high-ass standard and y'all won't hold them to it? If that's the case, then I gotta always be on point, always sharpen up, because the news never gets it wrong.
Man, it's 2 things that I believe is true. I believe that somebody in Pooh Shiesty's camp released that video. Either that or some jealous female, something to that effect. And another thing that I find to be true is that the feds are still building up more of a case on Pooh Shiesty. They don't want Pooh Shiesty to get out. So they're going to let a little bit more time go by just so they can build more of a case on him, bring more people in that will flip on him, and put that boy under the jail, man. Seriously. Let me know what y'all think about this down in them comments. It's Big Lamar, not the little one. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. I'm gone.